Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode we will be talking about the garlic wine. The garlic wine is also called the Mimosa Alliaceae. It is a native of South America and it is a perennial creeping wine. This plant is no way related to the garlic family. It is called the garlic wine because if at all you crush any part of this plant, then it emits a very garlicky smell. Hence the name garlic wine. Another thing about this plant that I've read is that some people use either the leaves or the flowers as an alternate to the garlic. However, I would advise you from doing this without prior consultation. This plant gives out tricolored flowers. It has a white, lavenderish, purplish color. And another unique feature about this plant is that its flowers changes color as it matures. This plant also has anti-inflammatory, analgesic, antipyretic and anti-rheumatoidal properties, and it is a medicinal plant. This plant is also seen extensively grown in tropical regions like India. I see a lot of these plants being grown in households in Bangalore. Now let's look at the growing conditions that this plant really likes. So here I have taken a small sized or a mid-sized container with a lot of drainage materials at the bottom and a drainage hole as well. So drainage is very important for any plant, especially the garlic wine. So I will be using compost as the potting medium here. So soil conditions it really likes is well draining soil. So if at all you have really clayey soil, then amend it either with a lot of compost or with a lot of sand. So here I am substituting the sand with only compost, and that will be really great for this plant. This plant definitely likes a lot of organic matter for it to flower profusely. Now let us take the plant out of this nursery bag. Another thing that really irks me about nursery plants are that the nursery guys use one type of soil for all plants. Even if that plant is a succulent and does not like a lot of garden soil, they will still use the same potting medium. However, when you bring this home, then use the appropriate type of soil medium. So here, since the garlic wine likes a lot of draining or a well draining potting medium, I am using compost and compost alone. So I've used the crocks to cover the hole at the bottom. Another reason that I'm using compost is a little outlandish, but I would want to tell you here. So I had purchased this huge bag of compost from a supermarket here, and what I noticed or what I discovered after opening the bag was actually a very weird looking insect that came out of the bag, and I was wondering how this insect could stay in the bag for so long without food, without anything. But it really creeped me out, and I decided that I have to empty the drum that you see there. I have to empty that really fast, so I do not want to keep that inside the drum. And because how much ever I tried to take it out and to drive it off from the drum, it was adamant. It is just hiding somewhere and I'm not able to find it at all, and it's very creepy and I get really creeped out by such insects. So that is another reason why I'm using only compost. But it is definitely beneficial for the garlic wine. So do not place the plant very deep inside. Try to maintain the same level as that of the level in the nursery bag. Now let us look at the other conditions that this plant really likes. So first, let us talk about sunlight conditions. So this plant definitely likes a lot of direct sunlight, and it also can grow in part sun. But more the sun exposure, more the flowering will be. If you keep it under very shade-like conditions, then what will happen is this plant will give out only leaves and you will not get that much coveted and beautiful flowers. Next, let us talk about the watering conditions. This plant definitely likes consistent water or watering. So always mulch it so that it maintains that water level. However, do not overwater it because this plant really likes well draining soil and does not like water laden conditions. Next, let us talk about fertilizing. So I would recommend that you fertilize this with a lot of organic matter. It definitely loves a lot of organic matter. So use vermicompost, worm castings, cow dung, organic manure. You can use seaweed emulsions, etc. So probably fertilize this plant maybe twice a month and that would be enough. And fertilize it especially during its growing season. So the flowering of this plant is a little doubtful. However, I feel that this would flower probably during the rainy seasons and it would extend till the winter. However, I need to experience this to kind of confirm it to you guys. Next, let us talk about propagating this plant. It is very easy to propagate this plant. You can propagate this plant with the help of semi-hardwood. Semi-hardwood is nothing but that piece of wood which is not too young and which is not too old. Now another thing that I have to talk to you about is the container size. Container size is very important. Always choose one size bigger than that of the existing container. So this is a mid-sized container. So there is another reason that you need to use smaller containers. That is because when you use large containers, the plant will send out only roots to cover the entire surface area because it is a larger surface area and it will not put its energy in producing flowers and leaves. However, you might say that the same thing happens when you put this in ground. But when you put this in the ground, it is its natural environment. It will adapt to that natural environment very naturally. So the two things are different, so you need to do things differently. Thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and if you like this video, then please subscribe. Until then, goodbye.